Well, let's head back to Canon Films territory for another Charles Bronson film. Let's do it. Welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone is doing well out there. And today we're going to talk about 1987's Assassination. Yes, this movie came out January 9th of 1987. It's PG-13. It's only an hour and 28 minutes long, had a budget of $5 million, which Canon Films slashed right before production. And they also ripped pages out of the script to save money. It tells you where we're heading here. And it grossed a little over $6 million upon release, although it did very well in the VHS rental market at the time when it got released on video. This movie was directed by Peter Hunt. Charles Bronson had worked with Peter Hunt before in 1981 on Death Hunt with Charles Bronson and Lee Marvin. Peter Hunt has had an interesting career. He actually directed On Her Majesty's Secret Service, the one off Bond film, and he edited 3 Bond films. He edited Dr. No, From Russia with Love, and Goldfinger, and he directed other films. This was his last theatrical film. He directed 1 TV film after this before he passed away, sadly. And in this film stars Charles Bronson's Secret Service agent, Jay Killian, and Jill Ireland, his longtime wife in real life, plays Laura, the First Lady. And this movie's a very simple setup, but I got to give them credit for such a small budget. They were actually filmed, the scenes at the White House, they did film some scenes at the actual White House. They got permission to film there. I don't know how they did it, especially on such a low budget, but they actually did film some scenes at the actual White House. Charles Bronson's coming back off of medical leave into the Secret Service, and it's Inauguration Day. And he's assigned to the First Lady, who immediately does not get along with Killian. She's very outspoken, wants to do things her way, doesn't want to listen to Killian at all. And he has protocols he wants her to follow, and she ignores him at every turn. And then when he forces her to follow him, they get in an argument. And she does not like him at all. But soon, he starts to realize that they're trying to assassinate her. Somebody's trying to kill her. For whatever reason, he's not sure. So after some more back and forth between them two as the story goes on, I'm not going to go through the whole plot here. It's a very simple film. It's basically these people are trying to kill the First Lady, and Charles Bronson's character is trying to keep her alive. And they end up going on the road together. And at first, Killian thinks the president's in on it, because we come to find out that her marriage to the president is a marriage of convenience. But she was thinking about leaving the president. So she thinks the president's trying to get her killed because if she leaves him, it doesn't look good for his re-election chances. Well, here we come to find out as the film goes on towards the end that the chief of staff is the one that's trying to have her assassinated, because he knows that if she divorces the president, his chances of re-election are slim. But this movie turns into a road movie. Like, she tries to sneak away because she knows somebody's trying to kill her. She finally realizes after Killian's been trying to tell her, I think somebody's trying to kill you. And Killian goes with her, and it turns into a road movie for a bit. And there ends up being some shootouts and whatnot because these killers are hired to take her out. And Charles Bronson's character has to defend them off, which he does successfully through, the film. And at the end, we have a big shootout on Lake Tahoe, where her father has a house. And Killian kills the main bad guy, and we have a happy ending. And the chief of staff gets arrested, but then he tries to attack Killian, and Killian throws him out the top of a window out the top of this hotel. He gets killed, and we have a happy ending. There's a lot of tension. Jill Ireland and Charles Bronson are great together. I got to be honest, their acting is what holds this film together. And some of the action scenes are well shot by Peter Hunt, who was, he was around for a while. He knows how to shoot some action. Most of the actors are doing pretty good here, and actually the chief of police from the original Death Wish is in this film as the head of the Secret Service. So it's nice to see him show up too. Most of the actors do very well here. Charles Bronson's partner in the film, though, Killian's partner, she is not very good. Every time she delivers a line, it either feels like she can't act or it was dubbed in. I'm not sure which. But in some of the special effects, there's one special effects shot in particular when one of the bad guys shoots a rocket at a helicopter and it explodes. It looks awful. But most of the rest of the effects come off pretty well, considering the budget was $5 million in 1987 and they slashed their budget before production. The action's handled pretty nicely. This isn't one of Charles Bronson's best films, but I had a good time revisiting it. I haven't seen this film in probably 20 years, easily. And sitting down and watching it, I enjoyed it. The road aspect of it, the interaction between Charles Bronson and Jill Ireland's character, And this was their 16th collaboration on film together. Jill Ireland and Charles Bronson. This was also their final collaboration together. 3 years later, sadly, Jill Ireland passed away. But and like all other Cannon films, especially in the beginning credit sequence, the title sequence, they ripped off their music from Invasion USA. They did that a lot throughout the 80s to save money. This was towards the end when Canon was coming to the end of they were going to have to file for bankruptcy. They're on that cusp around the time this film was made. That's why the budget was slashed last minute and they ripped pages out of the script just to save money. But other than that, I don't think I have any other trivia. But this movie's an enjoyable little thriller. The tone is kept pretty light considering, especially for a Charles Bronson film where most of the time it was a more serious film. There's some serious aspects to it, but it's more played lightly as an adventure film, road movie, with some action set pieces during the film. And most of them are handled nicely. Like I said, Peter Hunt does a nice job directing it, considering the low-budget nature of it and what they were trying to pull off. I would give Assassination a 6.75 out of 10. It's nothing special. It's not one of Charles Bronson's best, but it's an enjoyable Saturday afternoon, sit down and watch a thriller type, a lighthearted thriller type film. Yeah, 6.75 out of 10 for Assassination. Have you ever seen this film? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share this video. I greatly would appreciate that. I'll be back next week with a little Ozploitation film called Razorback. And until then, I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.